and good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of the Wrestletalk show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the Wrestletalk show. Very special edition today. We're going to talk about WrestleMania today. We have a lot to talk about. The opening card. I was going to go 2 hours with Sports Corner. We had one guest on. I didn't think the time would fulfill for what we had planned. So I decided we're going to do a Wrestletalk special today and talk to you about the card coming up this weekend for WrestleMania. And then on Monday, April 20th, we will be here, Smokin, Jim, and I, for a very special. It's going to be right before Raw, Monday Night Raw, Monday, April 20th. Don't forget to tune in to the Sports Corner, the Wrestletalk show. We're going to be talking about it's actually the 19th, April 19th. It's on Monday, April 19th. And we're going to be talking, no, it is the 20th. I'm right. It is the 20th. And we're going to be talking about the WrestleMania card. We're going to go over it. We're going to talk about all that before Raw. So make sure you're here 7:00 this coming Monday, coming up next week. We're going to be here for a very special post-WrestleMania Wrestletalk special. Smokin, Jim, welcome to the program. It's great to have you on board. How are you today?
Hey, this is my most favorite thing to do all week.
Yeah, I know you missed it because we've been covering the draft, but, we'll get back into it here. So, that's coming up. By the way, I wanted to congratulate the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. They have been sold. They have been bought by a nonprofit media group who just recently purchased it. The announcement of the sale was made today. All right, I want to congratulate them for doing that and keeping the Post-Gazette alive in Pittsburgh, because you don't want to hear my feelings about the Block family, so who originally owned them. So,
hey, Ralph.
Yes.
Who was the lady that was running around with Vrabel that resigned from the Athletics?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know her?
No, I didn't know her. No, I didn't know her. No. Mike Vrabel. Yeah, we forgot to talk about that, man. Jeez. Yeah, that was, I don't know, controversy rears its ugly head, especially with social media. You know how it is. So, but anyway, we'll go from there. Also, like I said, I'll reserve my comments about the Block family. Listen to the Ralph Williams show. In fact, I'm on in several different locations on the Ralph Williams show. We're going to announce that coming up. I wanted to get into this, but later on, I have some announcements for you. I'm on in 3 radio networks. I'm on in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and now down here in the Delmarva area as well. And I'm on in 2 different radio stations in Pittsburgh. I'm on Mondays. Every Monday, I started this month. Yesterday was my debut show of the Ralph Williams Show on 6:20 a.m. KHB. And also, don't forget that starts at 2:00, 6:20 a.m. WKHB. Now, they're having issues with their internet server. So those of you who tune into all my shows elsewhere other than outside the Western Pennsylvania area, you are not going to be able to tune in because they're having internet problems. But if you live in the Western Pennsylvania area and you have a radio, or you can go get one, or you have one in your car, you can tune in, because I'm on drive time now, Monday, 2:00 p.m. on 6:20 a.m. WKHB, the Ralph Williams Show. And also this Friday, the 17th, don't forget, we have our debut show of the Sports Corner radio show on 6:20 KHB at 6:20 a.m. In the Pittsburgh area. You can get it in Western Pennsylvania. They have a very strong signal. When Smokin, Jim, and I were on at Beaver County Radio, I was in their parking lot one time, and what happened was, when I had my my Jeep Compass, my radio got jammed. It stuck on 620. So I had to listen to that no matter where I went, and I never bothered to fix it because I was getting ready to trade it in anyway for a wheelchair van. And it turns out that I was able to get their signal all the way out in Beaver County at Beaver County Radio. So there you go. That was that's how far their signal goes, and it goes. It's a very good signal. So I want to let everyone know, 6:20 a.m. WKHB. Don't forget, every single Friday, starting this Friday, 3:00 p.m., the Sports Corner Radio Show with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin, Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what that is. All right, never mind. All right, let's get started. Smokin' Jim. WrestleMania is here this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. WrestleMania, and I want to let everyone know that the Saturday Sports Show has been canceled for this week because I have some friends coming down here to visit, and I'm occupied with them for the weekend. So there'll be no Saturday Sports Show this weekend. I want to let everyone know that as well. The radio shows will go on as follows. All right. Smokin' Jim, let's get started here. Saturday's match card. Let's go with Saturday's first, as we are. Undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton with Pat McAfee. Now, I got rumors going around, and I've checked out some folks that are real good with their information. Cody Rhodes has a surprise for Randy Orton at WrestleMania this Saturday, and I heard the surprise could be Arn Anderson has been training him again, as we all know. Now I'm hearing Dustin Rhodes, his brother, could be in his corner as well for the match at WrestleMania. Your thoughts on Arn Anderson and Dustin Rhodes possibly being in Cody's corner against Randy Orton and Pat McAfee? Shame on you, Pat McAfee. I'll talk about that later. Go ahead.
I tell you what, man, the ratings will go through the roof. Anything with Pat McAfee goes through the roof anyway, but that would be a blockbuster, man. Anytime you bring back some legends, the fans will go bonkers over that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's the stories that's some of the rumors that are out there right now. And one of them is that Cody Rhodes has a surprise for Randy Orton. The possibility of that surprise could be either one or the other or both, either Arn Anderson or Dustin Rhodes. Dustin has an injury. He was doing some stuff with AEW and ROH. Him and Sammy Guevara were the tag team champions at ROH for a while. Guevara, I guess, I think I haven't followed ROH very much. He's still working with them, I believe, and make spot appearances on AEW. But anyway, Dustin Rhodes, I don't know. I mean, I know AEW, you're allowed to go wherever you want to go. I don't know if he's going to make this appearance or not. I don't even think he's under contract with them any longer. And a rumor I heard was he wanted to end his career with the WWE, just like I keep hearing the Hardys want to end their career with the WWE as well. And I'm hearing that could be happening as well, but that hasn't happened yet. The Hardys are still in TNA, and they're still the tag team champions. So what I'm interested to find out is whether or not this is actually going to be true, but we'll see. And I hope Cody's smart enough and to get somebody in his corner to, because I have a bad feeling Pat McAfee, we all know the way he's been behaving lately. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on this show about Pat McAfee. And I have one thing to say about Pat McAfee. Shame on you. Okay. I would have never thought, and I've been a big supporter of Pat McAfee over the years. I've watched his shows. I've supported him. When he fought against Gunther, I supported him. When he was an announcer, I supported him. What I didn't like, and this is why Triple H fired him, and that's why he's on all over Triple H. He got fired. You know why he got fired? Because he kept playing games with the WWE. Oh, I'm going to be there full time. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do. And all of a sudden, you want to do college football, Pat. You can't have your cake and eat it too, Pat. That's the simple fact. Then you said, oh, well, I'm burned out. I don't know if I can do this anymore, and that kind of thing. So the WWE fired you or let you go or whatever it is, you're doing there. Now, all of a sudden, you show up talking all kinds of trash about the wrestling business and about all this other stuff. You know what, Pat, shame on you. And as far as I'm concerned, you're trash, okay? And I'm going to tell you something else, too. You got a guy that works with you that's a bum. In my eyes, he's a bum. He's never returned any of my emails or my phone calls about being on my show. I've had prominent reporters call him and say, why don't you come on Ralph's show? He never bothered, okay? Never bothered to reach out to me. Never bothered for any purpose to even get a hold of me and say, hey, Ralph, I can't be on your show. Ralph, I got prior obligations. I get that. Didn't even do that. Mark Caboli, all right? I've supported you too, Marco Bully. I've watched your shows. I've watched your podcasts and everything. You can't give me a couple minutes? I mean, come on, man. All right. So both of you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Pat McAfee, I supported you for many years, and the way you're acting right now, I'm not supporting you at all. And shame on you for representing Plumboro the way you do. Pat McAfee. There's my thoughts, Smoking Jim. If you want to add to anything or if you think I'm wrong, go ahead. Are you there, Smoking Jim? I think we
Sorry
lost.
about that. Sorry about that, Ralph.
That's all right.
I think Pat McAfee's been one of the best things for wrestling. I know we differ in our opinions about him. Mark Caboli, I'm surprised because he's usually somebody that gets right back with people, and so I'm surprised at Kaboom. I know these guys are busy, but you're never too busy, to say you can't do it right now. Maybe grab a date in the future or something like that. Because Kaboli loves wrestling.
Yeah, I know he does. I've tried to get him on the show. He don't return my phone calls. He don't return my emails. I have his personal phone number. I mean, come on.
I'm very surprised.
I mean, come on, man.
Because Kaboli's very professional. He's always been, and so I'm shocked. But you never know. Some people change over the years. So,
okay, I got Michael here who says that he is still listed on the AEW roster, Dustin Rhodes, so we'll probably not see him at WrestleMania. So thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Thank you. So there you go, Smoking Jim. There's our answer to that question.
What's that?
So we'll see. All right, let's go on here.
What's the answer? What answer?
Well, I told you about the rumor with Dustin Rhodes and possibly Arn Anderson being, or one of the other, or both being in Cody Rhodes' corner to intercede on Pat McAfee. But now I understand that Dustin Rhodes is still in contract with AEW, so that may not happen, but we'll see. You know what I mean? He might get a waiver to come over. I don't know. All right, Women's Intercontinental Championship match will be I'm sorry, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Women's Women's World Championship match is Stephanie Valcour versus Liv Morgan. Who are you taking here, Smoking Jim?
Ooh, it's hard for me to go against Liv. She seems to be able to find a way, So I'm gonna go with Liv.
All right, I'm going to go with Stephanie Valcour in this match. They're riding a high tide with her right now. Liv Morgan's coming back from an injury. I feel that some of these people need to work their way back. Liv Morgan has sort of done it, but now she's stuck between a rock and a hard place now. They don't have Finn Balor in the Judgment Day anymore, and we'll talk about him later coming up. All right, to Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Oh, boy. This is going to be a tough one for me to do. I like Seth Rollins. I respect Gunther. I don't like Gunther, but I respect him. I respect him for his wrestling ability. I respect for the way he gives it all in his matches. I respect the fact that, he's gone after some of these career people. I get that. But I don't know. I don't know who to pick in this. This to me is a toss-up, Smoking Jim, but go ahead.
Who are the two? You're breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry.
I said Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
Ooh. Wow. Ooh, man.
Yeah.
I never go against Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and
he got too big of a family. I mean, Gunther, I love him. But no, he's not going to beat Seth. Seth will figure it out. He'll have some help maybe.
Yeah.
Not too many people I pick against Gunther, but I'm gonna have to go against him with Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Well, also Seth, I want to let everyone know. Those of you who don't notice, they interviewed Seth Rollins, and he paid Obafemi to go after Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar is part of the Vision. He's going to take the Vision down. Now, the original match that was scheduled, but I'm not sure if he's ready to go yet, was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. Now there's a story out there that I heard that Gunther may be joining the Vision, because if you take a look at an interview, or if you take a look at some backstage interaction between Paul Heyman and Gunther, he may be joining the Vision. So we'll see what goes on with this. This could be that. And I think Paul Heyman realized that Obafemi was paid by Seth Rollins to go after him, and then Seth would, which is a good strategy by Seth Rollins to do this, because now he can focus on Braun Breaker and who's injured, Bronson Reed, and he can focus on them boobs, and then focus on the other two boobs and Logan Paul and Theory, and so we'll see what happens there. This is going to be a very interesting turn of events here. Something's coming down at WrestleMania with this. It's either going to be Seth Rollins' way or the Vision way, and we're going to find out what happens here. This is going to be a very interesting chess match between Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman or Smokin, Jim. So let me see what we got here from Michael. Michael says, I think Braun Breaker interferes and Gunther wins. That's what Michael thinks there, Smokin. Jim, what do you think?
I already said Seth Rollins is going to win.
All right. Let's go with the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Do you think AJ has the stamina to hold on to this title? And do you think this title reign she holds on to? I'm hearing stories, and I'll tell you later about the story I heard recently about CM Punk. So, but AJ Lee, does she hold on to this, or is it just a temporary thing against Becky Lynch, the man? Go ahead.
I never go against Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch will find a way to get a belt back.
Well, they have to do something with this belt. It's the same characters every time. They got to do something. They got to find some way of, putting some different people in here or doing something with this. This is just, I mean, I like AJ Lee, I like Becky Lynch, but you know what? It's just, them two back and forth. I think it's getting kind of old. All right, WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. This is a fatal four-way match. Nia Jax and Lash Legend of Champs versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Bayley and Lyra Valkyrie, and the Bella Twins. Now, we don't know if one of the Bella Twins may be able to participate. She has a bad ankle injury, one of the Bellas, and we're not sure yet if she'll be medically cleared in time for WrestleMania. What are your thoughts, Smokin' Jim, on this match?
Now, who's the opponent? Who's the opponents?
Okay, Lash Legend and Nia Jax are the champs. Their opponents will be Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Bayley and Lyra Valkyrie, and the Bella Twins. It's a fatal four-way for the title. Go ahead.
Lash
and Nia.
Belts.
Yeah.
They'll keep their belt. They're too powerful. Who'd they beat to get that belt?
They beat oh man.
You remember?
I'm trying to remember who they beat. Man, I can't remember. Oh, it was.
I knew they. I knew
Charlotte
they would get the belt.
Lost. Oh, they beat the Kabuki Warriors. That's who they beat for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew they would eventually get a belt, and it's going to be hard to get it from them. They're two powerful ladies,
Well, I'm interested to see, because Lash Legend is married to Trick Williams. I'm interested to see what Trick does against Sammy.
Who's married to Trick?
Lash Legend.
I think she could beat Trick.
she's like Victor. What was that woman's name? That always beat up men too. China. It was China.
Rosie?
China.
China. Yeah. China could kill the killer man.
Yeah. There was one other woman too, and Ivory or somebody. I can't remember her name. She used to beat up men too. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. Two matches featured the first hour on ESPN2, and this is for on the first hour of WrestleMania on both nights. It will be on ESPN for the first hour on regular ESPN or ESPN2. All right. Unsanctioned match, Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. We saw Friday. If anyone didn't watch SmackDown on Friday, you're hiding under a rock. Drew McIntyre really came out with the handcuffs and and beat the living, snot out of Jacob Fatu. Your thoughts on this, Smoking Jim, this match here? Drew is really hot, man. He's hot under the collar. And I got screwed again.
Drew versus who?
Jacob Fatu.
Drew can't beat him.
You know who Jacob Fatu is?
Yeah. I don't know who his dad is, but I know who
his dad is.
Who is it?
You're not going to believe it.
No.
Jey Uso.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Jey Uso's his father. Jey Uso's in his mid-40s. Jey Uso.
Are you serious?
Jey Uso's his father. Yes.
Well, how old is Fatu?
Fatu's like in his 20s. I think he's like 21, maybe 22, something like that.
Wow. Jay was going at it like rabbits when he's teenager.
yeah.
Get out of there. I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, Jay is his father. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, Jacob Fatu.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but, so anyway, I did like the idea of the match last night between Jacob Fatu or Solo Sikoa had a match last night. Or I'm sorry, Tama Tonga on Friday had a match against Jacob Fatu, which then led to this nonsense. And last night, Tama Tonga showed up and got in the middle of a match between Solo Sikoa. It was Solo and two of his boys against the Usos and LA Knight. It was a warm-up match so they can get some continuity, because Sunday they're going to be fighting or actually they're on Saturday too. This match will be on for the first hour on ESPN2. 6-man tag match. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and ISO Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. What do you think about this match, Smoking Jim?
I don't know. I got to get your opinion on this one, Ro.
I don't see the Vision winning this match, although they are the tag team championships. Michael says Fatu will win. Drew has a movie to film. Oh, well, good. Goodbye. I don't want to hear his. I don't want to hear his crying eyes anymore. I'm getting tired of it. Okay, good. Toodaloo. Goodbye. Adios. Hasta la vista. See you later. So good. I'm glad. Thank you, Michael, for that. I'm glad he's gone. All right. So who are you taking this match, Smoking Jim?
Between who?
Austin Theory, Logan Paul, ISO Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight.
Usos and LA Knight.
Yeah, I'm taking them too. I think Theory and Logan Paul are discombobulated. I think they're just champions because Logan Paul wants a belt. He's a full-time now wrestler. Another one needs to go somewhere. All right. Sunday's match card. Let's get into that now. Here we go. World Heavyweight Championship match. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Is Roman going to win this match and stay full-time? TKO. That's why Brock Lesnar's leaving after SummerSlam. Only wants full-time wrestlers. They don't want part-time wrestlers. And they've laid the law down. They made Logan Paul sign a full-time contract. Brock Lesnar, I'm told, at SummerSlam will be his last match because he doesn't want to come back full-time. As I've said many times here, he's focusing on his family's butcher shops all across the country and up in Canada. So, Smokin' Jim, your thoughts. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Can Roman Reigns be a full-time champ again? And whatnot? What do you think?
So Seth Rollins is healthy now?
Yes, he is.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going after Gunther, remember?
Yeah, I know. That's why
yeah, he is healthy.
It just dawned on me that the issue was he healthy.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Well, no, it's Roman Reigns. Reigns versus CM Punk.
I get them mixed up.
Yeah.
Because they used to be tag team partners.
Yeah.
But Roman Reigns.
Yeah, well, Roman's been out doing a movie. He was doing some movie stuff, because The Rock got him set up, and he's been doing some kind of movie stuff. So anyway,
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and now I'm hearing stories that if CM Punk is planning on retiring yet again, the story that I read was that his body, is shutting down. When you're in your 40s like that, or almost 50 years old, and you've been out for 7 years or whatever. It'll take your toll on your body. So I'm hearing he may retire. So which means would lead up to Becky Lynch beating AJ Lee, and they both retire and go away in the sunset again. All right. Were they brought here, like Roman Reigns said, were they brought here to be novelties? That's the question. All right. So, all right. WWE Women's Championship match, CM Punk, or I'm sorry, Smokin' Jim. I'm torn between this match because I like both of them. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. I say this is a toss-up. Go ahead.
Jade Cargill.
Yeah, they're riding high with her right now. But she hasn't wrestled a lot. Rhea Ripley's wrestled more. And I think when you come to experience, Rhea Ripley has it. But I like Jade Cargill, always have. So, I mean,
Now, is it true my baby retired?
Well, it's looking that way. I hear she's 27 years old. I heard she wants to retire when she's 30. She don't want to wear and tear her body down. Tiffany Stratton, we're going to talk about that once we were done with this card here. But since you brought it up, we will talk about it now. Tiffany Stratton, there's major reports out there coming from major publications that Tiffany Stratton's talking about this might be her last contract with the WWE. She wants to get out of wrestling and go into modeling and acting. And she's already puzzled in to go to be in a movie. So, or some TV series or whatever. That's what a lot of these wrestlers are now starting to do that, Smokin' Jim. They're starting to get out early, take your money, get out. They don't want to beat their bodies up, I guess. Just like football, NFL football, we got running backs leaving after 6 years and, stuff like that. They don't want to beat their bodies up, and I don't blame them. If you bank your money right, you won't have that problem. You won't be 40 years old, 50 years old, still wrestling, and whatnot. So, Tiffany Stratton, I believe, probably is doing the right thing. And so she wants to get out. And also, I think she's had some concussions. And this last time around that she was out, I think opened her eyes a little bit to the situation. She's no longer with El Grande, the fake El Grande Americana, which is Ludwig Kaiser. She's no longer with that goof. So, I mean, but your thoughts on Tiffany Stratton stepping away? Go
ahead. It breaks my heart, but hey, sometimes it's a stepping stone to bigger and better things, man. You can't beat the movies. You don't get beat up. You got a stunt person.
Yeah.
If they do want to throw you around,
exactly.
It's your stunt double, and so I always regretted not being. I was supposed to be in the movie Southpaw, and so I always regretted that. I hate being in movies because I hate being there all day and all night and all week. And if you get a line, they may cut it out of the movie. I hate wasting my time, but I had no idea Southpaw was going to be as big as it was. And a lot of people are still getting royalty checks. I just heard a show before I called you, and they said that their favorite movie was one of the two favorite movies was Southpaw. So it's still being played everywhere. Those guys locally in Pittsburgh are still getting checks, and they had some big time actors in that movie. So anyhow, you can get paid. You can get paid for the rest of your life if you're in a successful movie just on royalties.
I was in a TV series. I don't know if you remember. It was a legal series.
No, I don't.
Called The Guardian. I was in that TV series.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was in that.
Wow.
I was in one episode. They took the old Alcoa building over on the north side and turned it into a hospital. And in the movie, they are in the TV series. Farrah Fawcett at this time was battling cancer. Okay. So what they did was she was the girlfriend of Dabney Coleman in that. And I got to meet Dabney Coleman and Simon Baker, who played in The Guardian. And
is Dabney Coleman, a man or a woman?
Dabney Coleman. He played in War Games.
Oh,
He played in
okay. Woo.
9 to 5. Remember him, Dabney Coleman? Yeah.
I thought you was breaking some
No,
news
no,
about
no.
Farrah Fawcett.
No, well, I am. I mean, I'm telling you, she filmed that was the last episode she filmed of The Guardian before she died. She had cancer, breast cancer.
Wow.
And what happened was, they had to rush the episodes because she was on her last, kind of like she wanted to be in these episodes before she got really sick.
My.
And what had happened was, it was the last episode. I sat over there. I was sitting at the hotel down on 6th Street. I can't remember the damn name of it. The Renaissance. I don't even know if it's still the Renaissance, down on 6th Street there. And I was sitting in front there in my cab, and a production truck pulls up beside me. She says, sir, you want to make some money? I said, yeah. Well, who are you and what do you need me to do? She said, I'm from The Guardian. I'm one of the chief producers.
Wow.
Follow me over to the north side. I said, okay, I'll follow you. So I followed her over. I sat out there for 2 hours. They did several takes. All I had to do, Smokin' Jim, was sit in front of the hospital with my cab with a newspaper open. And I sat there in front of the hospital it was a makeshift hospital, the old Alcoa building. And and I sat there with a newspaper open, and I got paid $100. I was there for 2 hours. Plus they gave me some breakfast and $100. And it was the easiest $100 I ever made, and it was nice.
Oh, man, that was great, because I think everybody in my dorm when I was in college, we all had a poster of Farrah Fawcett hanging up in our rooms, man. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she was so popular, man. Yeah,
it was sad. It was really sad.
I didn't even know she died. Yeah.
Yeah, she died right not too far after that. Do you think WWE will use Stratton as a jobber now that she knows the plans to retire? That could be, Michael. I think that till her contract runs out, I think that's what they're going to do.
What's a jobber?
A jobber is somebody who comes in and works spare matches every now and again.
Okay.
Like Tazara. What's his name? The big heavy set dude. Otis and them guys. They're Danhausen. They're all jobbers. That's a jobber. So yeah, somebody who don't wrestle very often and hangs out in the back and always doing some stupid stuff. Danhausen won his first match on Friday. Smokin' Jim, how you like that?
Wow.
Yeah, he won his first match on SmackDown on Friday night.
Wow.
Yeah, he beat Kit Wilson, I think. Yeah. So, all right, next, let's get into these matches real quick because we got to wrap it up here shortly. All right, next, the Demon, Finn Balor, coming back with the Demon makeup versus Dominic Mysterio. And when that happens, Finn always wins. Go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, Finn Balor.
All right. Next, United States Championship match, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams, along with Yachty in his corner. What do you think?
I don't think Trick has enough tricks to beat Sammy. I think Sammy all trick the tricker.
There you go. I think he's going to teach Trick a little lesson of arrogance. You know what I mean?
Do too. I do too.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to learn a lesson. I really do. And this is it right here. All right, here's the two matches for Sunday's show that will be on ESPN. They will be on regular ESPN. The first night, Saturday night, ESPN 2, and I already announced those matches. But this will be on ESPN for the Sunday night part of it. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. No, I'm sorry. Brock Lesnar. Go ahead, Smokin' Jim.
Nobody can beat Brock.
Nobody. Yeah, you're right. I think Obafemi's a little over his head. I know he dominated Brock a few times, but don't worry, Brock always comes around. So, All right, Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Penta versus Levon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio. Rey wants another shot at a title before he retires again. I heard this is his last contract. Go ahead, Smokin' Jim.
I'm not sure. I got to get your opinion on this one, bro.
I think Penta takes it. They're riding high with him right now as Intercontinental Champion. I think Penta. Penta and his brother Ray Phoenix when they first, Ray Phoenix hasn't wrestled at all. He's a jobber. He's been a jobber lately. So they were tag team champs in AEW for the longest time, and in ROH, and in Japan, and whatnot. And then they've had single success. I don't understand why Ray Phoenix isn't wrestling more. That's his brother. So Smokin' Jim, final thoughts before we wrap it up. Go ahead. Your thoughts on WrestleMania this weekend and all that. Go ahead.
Well, talk about my before you go, Ralph. Talk about my champion in AEW, man.
Oh yeah, MJF has defeated
sir.
Kenny Omega on Sunday in Dynasty.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Again, here we go. Kenny Omega is talking about slowing down because of his injuries. He's had several. Remember, he was out for almost 2 years with shoulder injuries, leg injuries. He had a hernia. He had an intestinal blockage problem or some whatever it is. And I guess the toll was taking him on his body full time. I know he signed a deal with another wrestling company, one of those independent deals, one of those small independent wrestling companies. And I think he wants to finish his career out doing that because he needs to slow down a little bit because of his health. And, and also, Dynasty was awesome. Yes, it was, Michael. I watched some of the previews of it. It was very good. FTR did beat Adam Copeland, and which I was shocked about, and Christian Cage. I actually thought they were going to win that match. They lost, and whatnot. There were some surprises there in the Dynasty card. We're not going to go over that. We don't have time today to go over that. Smokin' Jim has other obligations, and I have to get ready for this week. For this weekend and whatnot, and get my other media stuff together too as well. Get ready for my radio shows coming up also this weekend as well. Smokin' Jim, final thoughts. Go ahead.
That was my final thought, man, and you gave it to us. Thank you.
Right. You're welcome. Thank you, and thank you once again for the shout out on the Rob Pratt Show on KDK Radio. By the way, KDK, I just wanted to let you and 93.7 the fan know, no hard feelings. Even though the fact that now we're on afternoons in Pittsburgh now, and I told everybody, and nobody believed me. Nobody thought that I was going to do this, but I did, and I am. Okay, and I'm going to do a Rambo too. 93.7 the fan, KDK. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. Remember Rambo 2? Murdoch. Murdoch. I'm coming to get you. And I'm not playing. And watch on YouTube. Go on KDK Radio Live on YouTube and go back to Sundays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Rob Pratt, Steel City Sports. In his he does his little Steel City Sports show with Greg Diulis, the famous sports agent Greg Diulis. And Smokin' Jim was on at the 11:30 part. So when you go to that video, fast forward to the 11:30 part, because from 11 to 11:30, they have a local Pittsburgh golfer on to talk about the Masters. Oh, by the way, congratulations to Rory McIlroy. I forgot to do that earlier. My man won the Masters. So anyway, one other thing too, tune into that. Go to the 11:30 part of it. Smokin' Jim comes on right after the news. So I want to let you know that. And he throws a shout out to myself, Luther, and Claudio in the Sports Corner radio show. And I want to thank Smokin' Jim so much for that, because you should see the look on Rob Pratt's face. He's the guy to the left. He's the guy to the left. If you tune in on YouTube on your screen, he's the guy to the left in the suit. Okay. And I'm not going to say anything bad about Rob Pratt. I have never met the man personally. I know him through media circles. He's very integral in the community. He's in his 70s. I think it's time for him to step away, but that's just my opinion. Okay. And he does a very good job at KDKA Radio, promoting the station, getting sponsors and advertisers and things like that. So, I don't have anything really bad to say about him other than he's in his 70s and, still hanging out at KDK. He's been there since 1985. So, and there's a few other guys that need to go too, but I'm not going to go into that today. So anyway, but, all right. I'm Ralph Williams. For Smokin' Jim Frazier, have yourself a great one. And please, by all means, be safe. Thank you. Until next week. 2 hours next week special of the NFL draft leading up to the weekend in Pittsburgh. Have yourself a great one. Don't forget April 19th, or April 20th. I'm sorry, April 20th, Monday night. That's next Monday, or this Monday coming up. Okay, 7:00 p.m. A special Wrestletalk post WrestleMania show. Until then, have yourself a great one, and please, by all means, be safe. Thank you.